Christmassy. There he is, tooting around with that plumber, strummer, kazookalele. Oh boy, gang, it's getting close to Christmas, and I know some of you guys are just dying to get your strummer kazookaleles. I was showing you a little picture of it. I'll bring you back down there. There you go. There's a whole bunch of different styles that I have just waiting to go home under your Christmas tree. There's actually a few more floating around, style-wise. If you want one, give me a call, 609-338-9022, or text me or personal message me, whatever it takes. Stop by my website, captainvisual.com, and all that other good stuff. Now I know you guys showed up for Monday Night Balloon Madness. You like that name? I'm thinking it's kind of catchy. Monday Madness, all that stuff. I'm trying to do this regular, folks, every Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. So try to schedule your clock, and guess what? I got you covered in case you miss it. I share it all over the place. It stays on my Facebook pages, and I put it on my YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber, you might want to pop over to YouTube and subscribe to Captain Visual. That's my YouTube channel name. And I have a whole bunch of videos on there already that I've been doing over the years. A bunch of Christmas stuff, so there's some cool Christmas things. My most famous one is how to tie a knot in a balloon. Can you believe that? Not on YouTube, but on Facebook. I've got like 13,000 views. So I've sent it over to YouTube so that it can go viral. So share it like crazy people. Oh my goodness. Wow. So I know you're dying to get started, but I gotta warn you. I got a paper cut. Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but I sliced my little digit and gave me a perfect idea to tell you guys a little secret, because I know as the weather gets cool and we're out there twisting, it's real easy for our hands to dry up and crack and things like that. And I do see that there's a lot of discussion on chat boards and things like that about, what do you do when your fingers are all cut up? One thing that works for me, well, first of all, try to be preemptive, use hand lotion and all that good stuff. And you want to always trim your nails if you're a balloon twister and do things like that. But I get a lot of mileage out of this one right here. I'll stick it in the camera there. New Skin. There you go. This New Skin liquid bandage. See, all you got to do is, it's got a little brush on there, and you find that little crack and you rub it on. I'm not going to rub it on because I already did, and it takes a few minutes for it to dry. And you guys don't want to sit around waiting for my finger to dry. I've already took care of it. But just thought that would be a good little tip for today. Now, if anybody's been poking around Facebook for the last couple hours, you've probably already seen tonight's subject, and it's Santa's sleigh. Look at that little guy. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, doo, 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 doo. So this one, it's not as easy as a balloon dog, that's for sure. It takes a little bit of effort to make this guy, but when you're really trying to impress the folks, if you're table hopping at a restaurant and you got a few minutes to work each customer, it's a fun one. And then we're going to take it a few extra steps, because as I mentioned, we can stick the reindeer on here and we can put Santa in the sleigh. So I'm going to toss this guy aside and we're going to get cracking. I got my balloon artist field bag all loaded up, and of course it's Santa's sleigh, so we need a couple of red balloons to start with. We're going to do the flat weave. Now, this was one that stumped me a few weeks ago. I couldn't remember the name of it. I was like, what is it, what is it, what is it? But, yep, it's the flat weave, and it's also known as a ladder weave. It's pretty simple. I use it to make cars and other things. It's a fun little constructive weave to use on a regular basis. Now, I got my handy dandy balloon pump and a balloon. Now, I did want to mention, I was talking to Harry Stedman today. Hey, Harry, if you're out there, I know you're tooting around. Harry was asking me what kind of colors I carry in my balloon bag. And I use what I consider a limited palette. I work mostly with 260s with a few extra rounds that have prints on them and a few that aren't printed on, and some hearts. You know, I don't get too crazy because I can make a gazillion things with that limited amount of stuff. But there's been so many new balloons popping out, especially like the chrome balloons and you know, and the metallics and things like that. So I only use them for special occasions when I know that there's a big need for them, because as I said, like even drawing on balloons with a magic marker, the second you pull out the magic marker for one balloon, be prepared to do it on everybody else. The same's true with chrome balloons and you know, fancy balloons as well. Once those kids see a chrome balloon, they're all going to want it. So be prepared. If you're going to make a lot of chrome balloons, have a lot of chrome balloons. I don't really use them, but my wife points out that this sleigh probably would look really good in a red chrome balloon. So if you carry it, you might want to try that way. Anyway, enough jib jab. We're going to blow up the balloon here. Now, you want to have a fair amount of space on the end of your tail there. Maybe a good hand's width, or you know, basically 4 or 5 inches. And we're going to have 2 balloons identical. Now, I say that in jest because it's kind of hard to always get them to be the same length. We're pretty close. It doesn't matter if they're off by a little bit. I see I got a lot of folks popping in tonight. How's it going there, gang? Well, we're going to start our ladder weave. Now, what I like to do when I start it, just for clean things, is put a little ear twist on the top. It kind of hides the knot. So, and if you don't know how to make an ear twist, you basically make a round bubble, you get the knot, and you bring it over to the joint of the balloon, and you twist it right there. See, it just kind of tidies up the end of the balloon. Now what we're going to do is we're going to crisscross them, like so. Can you see that? So they're basically the same, you know, width apart. And we're going to twist on one side and twist on the other side. Alright, so it should look like that on the top, and it's straight up and down. Alright, now we're going to come down about 2 to 3 inches, and we're going to make another ear twist where, you know, you have 2 joints, and then you just bring it together there and twist it. Now, this is the same twist that you do when you're making a teddy bear ear for all of you experienced balloon artists out there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Got the same length and the ear twist there. Okay, so we have the 2 ear twists, and we're going to do another crisscross just like we did on the first one. Now what I tend to do here is I tend to bring it a little bit closer. And you can see how it kind of tapers up ever so slightly. Alright, and now we're going to go up a little bit longer, maybe about 3 inches instead of 2 inches. And we're going to make another ear twist. So this is, you're going to see real soon why one of the names for this twist, this weave, is a ladder weave. Because it does look a lot like a ladder. Now again, we're going to crisscross. One goes one side. Now remember, you want to be conscious of not bringing the same balloon. Now look, I got one is already getting to be a little bit longer than the other. Not a real big deal, and I'll show you why. So see how we're going up, up, up? Now we're going to do it one last time. Now again, we're going to taper it out a little wider. And this one here again is about a 3-inch bubble. You want it to be longer than this one, okay? Because this is going to be the back of the sleigh. So again, you do the ear twist, and now I'm going to kind of squeeze the air out to the end so that we get rid of the nipple that's there. And then we're going to ear twist it here. They're about the same size. Now, here's where it's going to get a little tricky. We're going to take the first one, and we're going to go all the way to the end, make a little bubble there, and lock that around our ear twist. Now, the other one is longer, and we're going to do the same thing, only you're going to see how on the end it kind of sits up, like a little arch. It's not as tight as all our other weaves. Okay, is that making sense, folks? Now, that's essentially what we have. Now we're going to tilt it so that comes up, and that's the back of the sleigh. And in the front of the sleigh, we tilt it up. There we go. Can you see the frame of the sleigh? Pretty spiffy. It's easy. It was a ladder, but we tilted it up. The great thing with these ear twists is that they help you build things at 90-degree angles. Okay, something I learned from the great Mike Decker out there. He's the first guy to tell me how important the ear twist was for redirecting your balloon. Thank you, Michael. Anyway, by the way, Michael's been putting up some really cool little posts lately. He just put up a little choo-choo train and a few other things. So if you don't follow Mike Decker, you might want to, because he's got some classic material he's been putting out there. Okay, well now we got to get the rudders or runners on the bottom of the sleigh. So I like to make them white. Now I do these with 260s. Again, I work with a limited palette, but you can do these with 160s as well, and it might give you a sharper, cleaner look in terms of more like a regular sled. So if you have 160s, don't feel that you can't use them. So we're going to blow up the balloon, and again, there's not going to be a lot of twists in this. So, but usually about 3 or 4 inches on the end, and we're going to tear it off. So I'm not too concerned with how it ends. Now we're going to start out with the nozzle. Now we're going to do this twice since there's 2 rudders on the sleigh. But we start out with the first one, and we go to the back part, and you just lock it into the ear twist at the base. Can you see it locked in there? I just tied it right in, and we're going to come down about 2 inches, however long you want your sleigh rudders to be. You just go down that far, and then you do another ear twist. Because again, we're changing direction. Now, what we're going to do here, can you see it? It's down from the sleigh, and we're going to go over just about the same length as the body of the sleigh. Can you see it? And we're going to do another ear twist. And we're going to go right back up to the other ear twist at the base of the sleigh. Alright? So it's looking like that. Alright, now I was like, wow, that's sticking out awfully far there. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to do a little loop. Just bend it backward so that we have a hemisphere. A half circle, that's the word I'm after, semicircle, and tie that in right there, And you can see where that's the rudder of Santa's sleigh. Now we got this whole bit dangling down there, so we got to get rid of it. So you guys know what's next. I'm going to use my safety bubble. The safety bubble, because we're going to use that to tie a knot. And then we're going to tear off the rest of it. Now, remember, I said we're going to use this. Alright, so let it skedoodle down there. You can lay it on the table or wherever you hide stuff that you're going to reuse. Tie a knot. Now, I like to just pull it and snap it in there. So, now, if you're working up against speed and you're trying to shorten things, that's one side, okay? And you can leave it go at that, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the tip off of that waist that we just cut. I use a pair of scissors and I have a little bit of the tail left. I'll blow it up like so, maybe 3 inches. 3 inches seems to be the popular length today. And you tie a knot. So you got that little bad boy, and you just go right back into where that 90 is at the back. Tie it in there, and there you got the rudder on Santa's sleigh. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I usually, when I'm twisting, I usually put the balloon under my arm while I'm working. Depending where you are, you could lay it on the table and do what you're doing. What are we saying? What's Susie saying? Oh wow, we got all kinds of stuff there. I'm a nut job. Thank you, Susie Ellis. How you doing? Somebody knows me too well. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to tie in right there in the back. Can you see it? Same thing. I want to work in the other side. So, do the ear twist. And come back about the width of the body. Alright, looking pretty good. Same thing, we just make another bubble about 2 inches and lock it in at the base of the ear twist on the other side. See it coming together here, folks? Same thing. And then we do our half circle back to the ear twist at the bottom. And make a safety bubble and tear off. There you are. And tie a knot there. Alright. Looking good. Now again, you want to cut off the tip. Now you want to leave yourself plenty of room to be able to inflate it and tie the knot. So, there you go. Little, maybe 2-inch piece. Blow it up. You want to try to get it about the same length as the other one so that you have symmetry. That's about right there. Tie a knot. And then we go to the back, right there with that ear twist. And add it on. Alright, there we go. We got the little sleigh. Is that making sense, everybody? Doo-doo-doo. Now, if you saw the picture that I was tooting around with earlier, I put a little bag in the back. And I just grabbed the round balloon. I use green because red, white, and green for Christmas. I usually carry lime green rounds for various purposes, but I don't generally have the dark green one, so I deferred to the lime green. You could use dark green for this if you wanted to. Now, what we're going to do here is we're just going to kind of, after we tie the knot in there, give it a little squeeze. See how it gets a little bit longer there? And we're going to twist that. And then I'm going to do an ear twist, a big ear twist. Very similar to what we did on our 260. And just lock it in at the base. And it's going to look like that. Okay? Now, what I do is I take the top and I push it through. Remember that wide part on the top of the sleigh? Just kind of pop, that's the top of the bag. And then the other part, I just set in there. And there's Santa's bag of toys on the back of the sleigh. Now, I think we're going to start out by attaching a reindeer. Okay? Now, look, you can tinker with this thing and get it to sit up in different ways. That's a little bit better. There we go. I'm going to set this down. All right. If I'm going too fast for you, it's going to be on Facebook and it's going to be on YouTube. So you can always pause it, rewind it, and double check it if there's something that's going zippity-doo-dah too fast. But, oh, I want to make this. There you go. Well, we're not done yet, kiddo. All right, so we're going to make the reindeer. I like to do Rudolph. There's only going to be one reindeer. If you want to get really ambitious, you could probably put a whole string of them. Me and my buddy Billy Damon one time did a big giant sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer and Santa Claus in it flying across the lobby at Showboat Casino in Atlantic City. So you can make as many reindeers as you want, gang. But I had to get a shout out to Billy. He's out there. Hey, Billy. Hey, Trish. Haley, Liam, and the whole Damon gang. So we're going to tie our knot. There we go. And we're going to give him the old nose, the red nose, the Schnottlocker. It's an old clown nose named Schnottlocker, but I like it. So we're just going to get the tip. And now you want to have a little bit of a longer end there because we're going to do the anchor knot here. And we talked about the anchor knot before. I've showed you how to make reindeer in the past, so it's not a new thing. Again, on my YouTube channel, there's all the old Christmas designs that I've done in holidays past are there. So you blow it up so you have a little red round nose, and however big you want it for Rudolph, and you tie a knot right at the base of it. Whoop. Now, I like to tell kids, do you know how reindeer fly? It's all in the nose. And then I point out, woo, open, it flies away like that, and now you got to go hunt for the nose. But the kids are always impressed because that nose goes shooting across the room. And they love that stuff. So what we're going to do here, you can see I have kind of a long nozzle left over. So we're going to put a knot at the very end. Now, this is what I call an anchor knot because if we had a little string, we'd have to use this knot to connect with our tulip twist, and there wouldn't be much room left over. So depending how long you make this thing, gives you a lot more room to get a bigger nose on your reindeer. So you take that knot and you line it with the knot on the end of the balloon, and you stuff both in together as far as you want. And you grab both knots and pull your finger out. Now, can you see how that is a lot longer than if it was just a tulip twist? It would be real narrow. Well, and then you twist above those knots, and they'll lock in place like that. And there's Rudolph's nose attached. Now, this is a simple reindeer, not overly complicated. So we're going to do 2 fold twists. 1 fold twist, and then another fold twist. And again, you just fold them in half and twist at the base. Alright, so we have the ears, we have the nose, and we have the rest of the balloon left that we can finish our reindeer. So you make the neck, you get 1 set of legs, basic dog leg gang, and then you come to the back and you make another set of dog legs. There we go. So we got our Rudolph nose, ears, body, and little tail. All right. Now we want to jazz them up by giving them some antlers. I like to do the antlers in blush. Now, you can do your reindeers in all different colors if you want to. If you want it to be like festive-y, you can make him a white reindeer with a red nose and green antlers just to jazz them up. It's all up to you. You can make them Technicolor, fluorescent pink, I don't care. But you blow up your blush balloon and just leave an itty-bitty little bit of tail. And we're going to do a fold twist, just like we did on Rudolph's ears. Okay, that's it. Real simple, 2 fold twists. And then you go to the back side and you do the same thing backwards. Alright. So we've got the makings of our antlers. You see that, guy? Now this particular one that I did, it's a little tight. Now these balloons here happen to be metallic, and I tend to use Qualitex most of the time, and they feel a little bit different, and that's probably why I worked a little tighter on this than I usually do. But you lock it at the base, and then you put it, whoops, in the base of the ears. So I'm just wiggling and jiggling all over the place, guys. Alright, so if you get them in there and you tee it up, and I broke Rudolph's neck. Oh no, not the neck. There. Alright. We're not going to start this over from scratch, but you can see where Rudolph would normally have a neck. Right there, but guess what? It's gone! Here, I'll show you what, this is what you do. So when you never make them, let them see you sweat, we're going to put a bubble in there. I know, it's all funny. It's all funny until somebody gets hurt. Anyway, I put a bubble in there. I made another bubble. Snap it in place. No, I killed it. Alright, this is going to be a problem. Let's hold on a second. I thought I was going to be Dr. Frankenstein there for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Not Dr. Frankenstein today. So, since all this other stuff is busy, we're going to take a balloon, we're just going to blow it up. Lock it in there and give us a dog body. Oh my. Thank goodness I'm humble, folks. Can't let this stuff bother you. You just break them and make them. That's the deal. Alright, we fixed it. Okay, it was a lot better than having to redo the whole reindeer and the antlers and everything else. So, this is what we're ending up with. There's Rudolph with the antlers and his little body and his tail, which now has a knot on the other end. But you got the basic idea, right? Am I sweating yet? Can you see me sweating here? Oh my gosh. Now, you want to attach the reindeer to the sleigh, right? And this is where it gets real juicy, gang. We're going to get, let's go green. Let's just go green. And now I got a different color green for the reins. All right, so we're going to blow it up all the way, and we're going to let some air out because we want it to be a little loosey-goosey here. And we're going to go find the middle, and we're going to wrap that around our reindeer. See that? Now, when you do that, you want the top to be about this. You want them to end around the same spot. And give them a little twist, and look for the one that's the longest. They're both about the same length, but put an ear twist up there. So, you see what we got there, gang? It just goes around his waist. They crisscross at the top, and there's an ear twist to kind of tee it up. And then we're going to take the back, and we're going to go to the sleigh. And see the two ear twists at the top of the sleigh there? You make one little twist, bubble, and then wrap it in there like so. And you get the other one, make another bubble, and you can make an ear twist here if you like. And okay, now the idea is if you get the tail up right there in the middle. Ah, why? I got another leaker. I'm doing wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, you know, this happens when you're out there working. We're not perfect. We make mistakes, and the balloons don't always want to cooperate with us, especially when you're tooting around different brands. But don't be afraid to go back in and patch it up, all right? So we're going to just patch this up here, patch them there, get them to be about the same length. In the end, the result is the same. You do your job. Okay. Holding my breath. All right. We did it. I just got to clean this guy up a little bit. Now I carry a little pair of scissors that I strap on the belt of my balloon bag for surgeries like this. Alright, there we go. We got the sleigh. We got the reindeer. Oh yeah. Now all we need is our little old driver, so lively and quick. Alright, let's work on it. I got Frankenstein going on here, Franken balloon. Now, I've shown you guys some Santa Clauses in the past. This one's going to be a little bit different, and I use a body that I use when I make babies. Other guys have done something similar. I don't know if it's the same thing or not, but I'll show you. Now we're going to make basically a little dog head, and that's going to be the hand. Okay, see that little, just a little hand, Santa's hand. And then we're going to come over 3 inches again, 3 inches, and we're going to do an ear twist, and I'm going to make 2 ear twists together. Alright, so we want this to tee up kind of square, so we got 2 ear twists there, and then we come down maybe about, you know, good 6 or 7 inches, and come back up. And come right between those 2 ear twists that we made. Come across the same length. You want your arms to be symmetric. And then go back to the dog head. Alright. And the thumb. And then we're going to get rid of the rest of this by using the safety bubble. Tearing it off. Junk pocket. And tie the knot. Alright, now, This is like, I use this for babies when I'm putting them in the stork basket. And you can also like put a diaper on it. What we're going to do here with Santa is similar. But, oops, let's turn that hand up. But this is basically his body. Now the reason why I use this body is because when we get our sleigh together, it's going to fit right in that, see that little area there inside the sleigh? There's a little square window. And Santa's legs are going to plug right in there like a Lego block. Alright, so that's the idea. We got the two legs to plug right in there. So you can make them a little bit longer if you want to, but I think we have it just about right. So we're going to set that little body aside, and we're going to get a blush colored heart. Well, actually, before we pull out the heart, we're going to get a white balloon. And we're going to make Santa's beard and mustache. And you could probably do this if you have a piece of white scrap, like a half a balloon floating around or something, because we're not using a lot. We're making maybe 1.5 inch bubble, and then we're doing a full twist, and another 1.5 inch bubble. You see what it looks like there? A bubble, a full twist, and a bubble. And we're getting rid of what's left. Alright. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we get that blush 6-inch heart. And you blow it up. Now, you don't blow it up all the way. You want it to be kind of squishy so you can get one of the lobes and twist it. Okay, can you see his little, how the lobe is twisted? This is, we used to do this with Joe Cool. It's basically a Joe Cool thing. But instead of putting glasses on, we're going to use the mustache to hold the bubble. Now there's way more other complicated versions of making Santa Claus's head, but you can't get much simpler than that, okay? Little bald head, alright? Now, you take the base of it, and you get the body. Remember the two little ear twists at the top? You lock him in there. Oh, ho, 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 ho. He's coming together ever so nicely. Now, we're going to just take another white balloon. It's possible we could have went with the other piece, but I don't know. I've had enough issues tonight. I don't want to get too gaga crazy here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to loop around and tie a knot there around the base of Santa's neck. And it's going to be referred to his collar. And you just twist it so that the knot's right at the base. Okay? Can you see that, folks? And then you come down, whoa! And Santa goes flying out the window. He's back. Woo! Alright, try it again. Gotta tuck that knot in there, folks, so it doesn't pop out. Come down a couple inches. You guys probably have more fun watching me running around the room sweating than you do watching me twist it. Hey, let's tune in and watch Captain Visual go bonkers. Alright. So, you go like about 3 inches down there, 2.5, and you come around. Alright, there's Santa's little, we better move that thing. I know what you're thinking already. Get rid of the rest of that, tie a knot. and put a little ear twist in there. Okay. Now, Santa's got his little red suit on. Oh boy. And we can stick him in the sleigh. Alright, he's got the reindeer. And all he needs is a couple of eyeballs and a hat. So we're going to take the marker, pull that out of the bag, and just, you don't have to go crazy. You can get away with 2 little eyes there. If you want, you could put, you know, give him little eyebrows. But he's ready. He's ready. He just needs his hat. And I like to make just a basic helmet kind of style thing. Just blow it up. Now look, I'm still hanging on to my whole balloon while I'm twisting, guys. Now, Santa's head is probably about that big. It's not a real big one. So put a little twist there, and then you come. Remember, it's just a helmet. Basically, your typical helmet. That's it right there. And only what I do is I go up and I find the middle, and I twist it so now it's a point, like Santa's hat. And I get the tip off of one of those weights that I just ripped off. Now you don't have to have a real long nozzle at the end of this because it's going to squeeze in there. We're not doing any kind of a anchor twist or anything, so the knot can be real short. Put that on the top, and we just squeak that on Santa's head. And we got Santa's sleigh, the reindeer, Santa himself. Whoa, I gotta get all the way back here so we can get it all in the picture. Can you see that, folks? With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. Oh yeah, more rapid than eagles, his coursers they flew. Oh my goodness. So that was pretty crazy. I had to wrestle with it a little bit. You know, it's early in the season, so I haven't had to make a whole bunch of them yet. But you guys could practice. Again, you got yourself a reindeer out of that deal. You got Santa Claus, that's very manageable little Santa Claus. You got a sleigh. You can do them individually, piece them all together. Options, right? Options. That's what we're talking about. And, you know, when you're making balloon animals for kids, or balloon designs, if you want to call them that, you take an idea that maybe is used for something else, and you translate it into a different idea. So, as I talked about, you know, the reindeer was a dog body, and the ladder twist or the flat weave I use for cars. We just look at it differently. Instead of wheels, you add rudders, and you turn it into a sleigh. So you reappropriate concepts, and you know, you just keep running with that. I mean, you could get fancy and do the bag and have toys sticking out of the back, or a candy cane sticking out of the back of the sleigh instead of a bag of toys, or an elf back there, or whatever. So there's lots of different ways, you know, to piece things together. So that's pretty much what I got for you guys tonight. Now remember, part of why I'm here is because I'm tooting my own horn, trying to sell plumber kazoos, the loudest, most versatile kazoo on the planet, and strummer kazookuleles. And of course, the Captain Visual Balloon Artist Field Bag. All these things I custom build, made by hand, by me for you guys. So PM me, text me, 609-338-9022. Email me, captainvisual@AOL. Visit my website. And I'll be happy to talk to you about all these things, coloring pages, all that other good stuff. But I'm having a lot of fun doing the Monday Night Balloon Madness. I hope you guys are too. So share with your friends, get other people in the action, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you missed this or you want to have it available to you at, on a regular basis. Now, I do have a video up on the YouTube channel right now. It's been there for a little while, and it's Santa's favorite Christmas cookie. So you folks out there that are Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus, you might want to listen to that story. It's a story that I wrote and I narrate, and well, I'll let you read it to find out all about it. But you Santas and Mrs. Clauses may want to use some of the information because the little kids want to know what Santa's favorite cookie is, and this lets the secret out of the bag. Anyway, that's what I have tonight, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Captain Visual signing out. See you later, everybody.